Welcome to the AdExpert Podcast. Today, we are doing a really critical deep dive into the very near future of digital ads. We're looking at advanced retargeting strategies that are going to be, frankly, essential for 2025. So if you're looking for that shortcut, that quick but really thorough download on what's happening in digital marketing, you are in the right place. Our mission today is to analyze some key material, specifically an article that details these new strategies, and also the thinking behind the Los Angeles-based digital agency AdExpert. We really need to unpack how using user behavior and, real-time data can optimize your ad spend.
And I think it's critical for you to understand right away where these insights are coming from. AdExpert has been operating in the hyper-competitive LA market for over a decade, so they're focused on driving conversions there and beyond, of course. And their philosophy, which really underpins everything we're about to talk about, is purely data-driven. It's all about control and efficiency.
And that focus is so crucial because the game has really changed, hasn't it? We're talking about a world where the old ways of tracking people are they're disappearing fast.
Exactly. The article makes this perfectly clear. Advanced retargeting isn't some kind of premium add-on anymore. It's the basic infrastructure for your marketing budget next year. The whole landscape just demands precision now. You have to leverage everything from AI to your own first-party data to make sure every single ad dollar works as hard as it can. If you're still relying on old cookie-based models, you're already falling behind.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. This data-driven foundation, AdExpert's approach, it starts with some really meticulous planning. They build their strategies using this potent mix of a client's own past data and a deep dive into what their competitors are doing. But the real insight here, I think, isn't just looking at the past, it's what they do in the present moment.
Yes, and that connects directly to the biggest problem of 2025, which is speed, volatility. So they emphasize live tracking, continuous reporting. This is what they call a bird's eye view of campaigns, across every single channel, social media, email, paid search, website analytics. It's all flowing in instantly.
Okay, that real-time visibility, it sounds great in theory, but I have to ask.
Good.
Real-time optimization, that requires a massive commitment to infrastructure, right? Is this approach actually viable for anyone but huge companies? Are small businesses really ready for that kind of complexity?
That's a really fair question. And, the sources suggest that the democratization of AI tools is actually leveling the playing field. The cost of that infrastructure is coming down because of the efficiency you get from advanced automation. The goal isn't for you to be reacting manually to everything. It's about using those AI-powered insights to make data-driven decisions on the fly. So you're not just looking at a raw data dump.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me. The AI cornerstone. The sources argue AI is set to revolutionize marketing, but the key insight isn't just that it's a revolution, it's how the AI is being used for AI-powered customer targeting and advanced optimization.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, this is where AI really shifts the goal of optimization. Historically, campaigns optimized for things like high click-through rates, maybe cost per acquisition. The sophisticated AI we're talking about here, it stops optimizing for just that and starts focusing on lifetime value.tv. It uses real-time data to predict not just if a user will convert right now, but how valuable they're going to be over, say, the next 6 months. And that requires a massive, immediate integration of data.
And that sort of obsession with precision goes all the way down to the actual words in the ads. They talk about a commitment to precise, data-driven copywriting. So that means meeting the latest Google algorithm requirements, weaving in relevant semantic keywords, high search phrases, all to boost visibility. It's not just optimizing the campaign structure, it's optimizing the language itself based on live search intent.
It's a very holistic approach, almost clinical. And you can see the experience of the leaders, Sam Ostrowski, the founder, and Ihsan Abavadi, the SEO and analytics expert. It suggests a deep commitment to making sure every single piece works together, and from the back-end tracking to the front-end copy. Their experience in a market like Los Angeles, which is always the canary in the coal mine for digital trends, it just shows why this comprehensive approach is so necessary now. So if we jump into the core topic, we have to define the urgency. Why is retargeting suddenly so crucial for 2025? Fundamentally, retargeting is about bringing back the huge majority of users who, showed interest but then left before they bought anything. It's designed to give them a little nudge toward conversion.
Yeah, the classic 97% problem. Almost everyone who visits your site doesn't convert on that first visit.
Precisely. But for 2025, that nudge has to be a lot smarter. Because we're operating in a post-cookie world, This means advanced retargeting is going to rely almost completely on really robust first-party data strategies, often using things like server-side tracking to keep your data solid when browsers are blocking everything else. The key is integrating real-time insights from that data for hyper-effective targeting.
All right, let's get into the technical meat of this deep dive. The source article lays out 5 specific advanced strategies. These are the steps you really need to be thinking about implementing right now.
Okay, so let's start with number 1, implementing behavior-based retargeting. And this goes way, way beyond just, tracking an abandoned cart. We're talking about capturing these tiny microsignals of intent.
Right, so for example, let's imagine a custom shoe company. If a user spends 3 minutes clicking between the size chart and the checkout page, that's a pretty clear signal of intent. But what about a softer signal? Like, what if they spend 2 minutes on the returns policy page and then just leave?
That is a fantastic example of behavioral nuance. If they were looking at the returns policy, their worry probably isn't price, it's risk, it's trust. So a simple abandoned cart ad with a discount might completely miss the mark. Behavior-based retargeting in this case would show them an ad that highlights the 90-day no questions asked return policy, maybe with customer testimonials about the fit. You're focusing your efforts on users who've already shown you their specific hurdle.
And that behavioral data then feeds straight into strategy number 2. Leverage real-time data. You need instant analytics to track these microsignals, like the time spent on that returns page, and then adjust your campaigns instantly.
This is exactly where the AI and the first-party data come together.
Yeah.
You're not waiting until tomorrow to analyze what happened. You have to make sure the right message shows up at the exact moment of high intent or, high doubt. If that shoe customer leaves the site, that ad needs to trigger within minutes, tailored to the specific shoe model they were looking at. That speed is everything.
And that speed and precision let us move right into strategy 3. Use custom audiences for precision targeting. So you're using this granular behavior to create these really highly segmented audiences.
Think about that shoe company again. You might have 3 different segments of people who visited your blog. Group A read about sustainable sourcing, Group B read about celebrity endorsements, and Group C read your guide on how to save. Creating custom audiences lets you serve up these hyper-personalized ads. You're not just showing them all a shoe, you're showing Group A an ad about your environmental impact, Group B gets the latest press feature, and Group C gets a bundle deal.
And by addressing those unique needs, you just dramatically increase the relevance of the ad, which in turn, it significantly increases the chance they'll actually buy.
Strategy 4, then, makes that relevance visible. Personalize ads to improve engagement. This is where we see the power of what's called dynamic creative optimization, or DCO.
So we're not just talking about putting someone's name in an email. This is where the ad creative itself, the call to action, even the specific discount being offered, changes automatically based on that user's last 60 seconds of interaction, their demographics, their location.
Exactly. Increased relevance leads directly to higher conversion rates. And, this is crucial, a much better customer experience. If you're traveling in San Diego and you look up running shoes, a personalized ad showing you the nearest store with that shoe in stock is infinitely more valuable than some generic banner. That's what builds brand loyalty. The brand feels like it understands you.
And finally, that brings us to strategy 5. Utilize cross-platform retargeting. We all know the modern user just flows seamlessly between devices. They might start researching on their phone and then buy later on a desktop.
The strategy just demands omnipresence.
Yeah.
The system has to maintain that identity, tracking, linking the phone user to the desktop user, and make sure those personalized ads are seen consistently everywhere. Websites, social media, mobile apps. If the customer leaves the shoe site on their work computer, they absolutely have to see that reminder ad, maybe with a color they looked at when they're scrolling TikTok on their phone that night. That constant visibility is what boosts conversion. So if we synthesize all 5 of these strategies, the impact on your business isn't just marginal, it's exponential. By adopting these advanced techniques, businesses can move beyond just, hoping for exposure and get to predictable results.
The expectation is pretty clear. Higher conversions, because you're only targeting people with proven, very recent interest. And the precision targeting that results from that means every single ad placement is intentional. It's timely.
And all of this translates to a much, much better ROI. It's quantifiable. When you're using things like DCO and real-time tracking, you just minimize wasted ad spend on broad audiences.
Right.
Your marketing dollars are only spent on these highly segmented, highly motivated users.
Right, and that focus on context and value delivers an enhanced customer experience. When an ad is relevant and actually helpful, it stops feeling intrusive. It starts to feel like a service, which fosters loyalty.
Yeah, the source summary really nails it. Mastering retargeting in 2025 means leveraging every single facet of user behavior, combining that with real-time data to move from, casting a wide net to performing surgical strikes on high-value targets.
Yeah.
So the core takeaway for you, the learner, is that standing still is now a fatal flaw. The key to success is adapting your infrastructure right now to handle that first-party data and to integrate the AI tools that make these advanced techniques possible.
And that leads us to our final provocative thought. If AI is the cornerstone for delivering this hyper-personalized marketing, well, that AI needs constant, high-quality fuel. An agency like AdExpert, for instance, emphasizes their commitment to continuous research and A/B testing. So think about this. How does that constant A/B testing actually fuel the development of these next-gen AI campaigns? What's that ultimate combination of data-driven copy, real-time behavioral data, and personalized ad delivery that achieves that perfect precision conversion in a world without reliable third-party cookies? And maybe even, what's the next metric beyond LTV that AI is going to start chasing? That's it for this deep dive into the advanced strategies defining retargeting for 2025. Thank you for joining us.